Hey guys, it's Tah. Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Let me get my words to slow down. So today we are here to play Let's Book It TBR. But first, let's see how I did last month. And I will tell you, it's not great. Alright, so for last month we had these four. And we also had a audiobook, which was Trust Exercise by Susan Choi. I DNF'd that audiobook. I got about a third of the way in, and I just wasn't feeling it. I figured after a third of the book, if I'm not in it, it's just not for me. That one was not for me. I did, however, finish Past Perfect by Danielle Steele. And I did finish Circe by Madeline Miller, or Madeline Miller, not quite sure. So I did finish those two completely, and those are part of my mid-month wrap-up that I posted. I'll drop down below if you want to hear thoughts. Lord of the Flies. This one's just not for me. I tried really, really hard. I tried reading maybe just a couple of pages at a time. I don't want to completely DNF this one, but I'm going to DNF it for now. I might come back to it, just not at the moment. I tried really hard, but it was a long week when I started reading it, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. So we might try that one again later on. And then the other one was The Handmaid's Tale. I did start this one. I'm almost halfway. I do like it. It is a little slow for me to sit there and read it. I'll get distracted, but I kind of like what's going on, so I'm going to continue to read this one, and hopefully I'll get it done in the next couple days. If not, I'll get it done in July. So, as far as July goes, we're going to play Let's Book It. But this month, I'm going to do it a little differently, because this month I'm only going to use books off of my Kindle. After really looking at my Kindle and finally powering it up after a couple of weeks, I had quite a few books that I had to send to it that I had purchased or got with Kindle Unlimited. So after I counted all the books that I did have on there, it was like 215 books. 215 books on my Kindle. So I want to take a couple off there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to match these as best we can to a Kindle book that I do have currently on my Kindle that I do not have to add to it. And if I can't, then I will go to my handy dandy bookshelves and see if a paperback will fit it. If not, maybe an audiobook from the library. But I am trying to do Kindle mostly. So let's shake this up and pick our first one. Oh, and it did cost me $10 to play this game because I had to pay Abby to fold all my planes. I could have done it myself, but I had other stuff I was doing, so she folded them for $10. Alright, so we're going to take this one that fell out. And this one says the heroine is curvy. So we're looking for a girl who is curvy. So let's see what we can find. Okay, so for the first one, I have chosen The Black Chapel by Marilyn Cruz. This one is about a girl named Scarlett who hates her job as a stripper. So, stripper, thinking curvy, maybe, might be stretching it, but who knows. Anyway, she hates her job, but she can't afford to quit it, because if she does, she'll lose her house, and she can't pay for the chemo on her dad's treatments. And then in walks this billionaire named Michael, and Michael is very fond of Samantha, which is her stage name, but she has a rule where she doesn't date anybody from the club, so obviously she wouldn't go for that. But then the next day her friend drags her to church and she sees him again and is introduced to him. So she's like, why not? He asked her on a date, so she's like, whatever, I'll go. So on the first date, he basically propositions her and was like, I need you to marry me before my mom dies. That way I can get my inheritance, and then once she dies, you can divorce me and you'll get half of the inheritance. So I'm pretty sure she's going to agree to that from what it kind of says here. I'm looking at my computer with the synopsis. And And it says, well, he basically proposed as well. She agrees to the deal, but soon she develops feelings for him, and they begin a steamy affair. Serious problems arise when he continues to show interest in Samantha, thinking that Scarlett wouldn't know, but obviously she is Scarlett. And then it kind of gets a little bit more risky for them, because her pretend mother-in-law sends someone to follow her to work, and the secret could very well cost her the $1 billion deal and her relationship. So, pretty sure the mother-in-law will not like that she's a stripper. Who knows? So, I guess I'll give it a shot. Okay, pick number 2. And we'll go with this one. Oh, it's one of the original ones we had in there. And epistolary, I believe is how you say it. Epistolary. So, I don't think I have any on my Kindle. I will have to check, but I don't think I do. Okay, for this one, I'm going to pick The Color Purple by Alice Walker. The Color Purple depicts the lives of African American women in the early 20th century rural Georgia. Separated as girls, sisters Celie and Nettie sustain their loyalty to and hope in each other across time, distance, and silence through a series of letters spanning 20 years, first from Celie to God, then the sisters to each other despite the unknown. The novel draws readers into its rich and memorable portrayals of Celie, Nettie, Shug, Avery, and Sophia and their experience. The Color Purple broke the silence around domestic and sexual abuse, narrating the lives of women through their pain and struggle, companionship and growth, resilience and bravery. Deeply compassionate and beautifully imagined, Alice Walker's epic carries readers on a spirit-affirming journey towards redemption and love. So this is one I have been wanting to read. I actually read a couple pages of it, and I was really enjoying it, but somehow or another, I never picked it back up. But now it's my time to do so. I can't wait to read it. It's something that's, it's just been there, and I'm excited. Pick number 3. Longest time on list. So all I have to do is go and see what the last book on my Kindle would be. And by that I mean like page 31, I think, is how many pages I have with stuff on them. So whatever the last one is, that's what we'll read the longest time on my Kindle. Okay, the oldest book on my Kindle is from December 28th, 2012. That's what? Almost 9 years? Wow. So this one is called Lost and Found by Lori L. Otto. And it is about a girl named Emmy. She is kind of on the search for the perfect relationship or whatever. And, oops, dropping stuff here. It says she has setting high expectations for every man she dates. Her best friend, artist, and hopeless romantic, Nate, has been her closest companion all of their adult lives. After swearing off love with Emmy in a silly high school pact, Nate has been seeing other women in hopes of finding one that evokes stronger feelings than the one he's been harboring for Emmy since she was a teen. Over the span of a year, boundaries are crossed, feelings are confessed, and their unique friendship begins to blossom into something more. Through Nate's eyes, an atypical romance unfolds, disrupting the comfortable safe haven their friendship has provided, with a promising future ahead of them both. Fate interbrings to bring two soulmates together. So this one, she's looking for the perfect person, and the whole time he's been right under her nose. So we shall see if they work together as an actual couple. Pick number 4. And this one says it has to include family tree. So whether that be a picture of a family tree or a description of a family tree, we shall see. For this one, I have chosen a nonfiction, and it's one that I've really been looking forward to reading. I was going to buy the hard copy of this, but it was always so expensive. I was like, I'm going to wait. Well, a Kindle deal came about a couple weeks ago, and I bought it for like $1.99. And it is The Yellow House by Sarah M. Broom. And this one is based, like, it's a story of New Orleans. It is about a woman named Ivory May. She bought a shotgun house in New Orleans. And New Orleans East, to be exact. And she built her world inside of it. It said it was the height of the space race, and the neighborhood was home to a major NASA plant. The post-war optimism seemed assured. Widowed Ivory May remarried Sarah's father, Simon Broom. Their combined family would eventually number 12 children, but after Simon died 6 months after Sarah's birth, the Yellow House would become Ivory May's 13th and most unruly child. A book of great ambition, The Yellow House tells 100 years of her family and their relationship to home in a neglected area of one of America's most mythologized cities. This is the story of a mother's struggle against the house's entropy and that of a prodigal daughter who left home only to reckon with the pull that home exerts even after the Yellow House was wiped off the map after Hurricane Katrina. The Yellow House expands the map of New Orleans to include the stories of its lesser-known natives, guided deftly by one of its native daughters to demonstrate how enduring drives of clan pride and familial love resist and defy erasure. Located in a gap between the Big Easy of tourist guides and the New Orleans in which Broom was raised, The Yellow House is a brilliant memoir of peace, class, race, the sleeping rot of inequality, and the internalized shame that often follows. It is a transformative, deeply moving story from an unparalleled new voice of startling clarity, authority, and power. So, like I said, this is one I've been wanting to read. If I'm going to read a true story, I want to learn something about where I'm from. You know what I mean? Like, I've read a couple nonfictions where it was just like maybe a person's story, but this one, it's in New Orleans. That's like 2 hours from me. And I know there's just so much you don't know about the areas you live in unless you go and seek it out. But when I saw this one cross over, I don't know if it came across GoodReads or Facebook or how I came across this one, and I was just instantly like, boom, I need that. So now I have it, and now I'm going to read it, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. And I did see, excuse me, I have like the burp caught right here. I did see that there is a audiobook for it, so I'm going to try to read it without the audiobook. But if I get to the point where I'm just so confused or whatever, I will see if the library has it for free. I'm not going to buy it, but I will see if it has it for free. But yeah, I'm excited to hear about it. It's 100 years of family right there in New Orleans. Like, I want to know all about it. And our final pick, number 5. And this one says, a book that is set in a restaurant. Do I have any? I keep asking that question, do I have it? But I probably do. I just have to go through it. So, let me go and see. Okay, and for this last one, I might be stretching it a smidgen. Because it said set in a restaurant, but you know how hard it is to figure out what books I have on my Kindle that are set in... Anyway, found one that is set in a bakery, and it has chairs and stuff from what I can tell. So, I'm going to go with that one. And this one is called Cupcakes and Conspiracy by Catherine Hayton. And it is the Sweet Baked Mystery number 1. So, I'm not quite sure how many mysteries there are in this. Oh, wait. There's 6. I lied. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, at the bottom of the Goodreads page it said so. There are 6 mystery stories that go along with this one. So let me tell you what this one's about. This one is Welcome to Hammer Springs, Small Town, Big Secrets. With a divorce pending and her career hanging in the balance, Holly returns to her hometown of Hammer Springs to lick her wounds. According to her accountant, she also needs to sell the cupcake bakery owned and operated by her family for 3 generations. The bakery is the only place Holly's younger sister Crystal has ever worked. But when their mortgage holder suffers anaphylactic shock after eating a cupcake, Crystal is chief suspect for the attempted murder. Despite being labeled allergy-free, the cake was chock full of peanuts. Holly must dig in her heels and don an apron if she's to clear her sister's name, uncover the real culprit, and find out why their booming business is hemorrhaging money. If she can't, then Holly might lose Crystal to prison and lose the one place she can truly call home. So, and it says, the sweet baked mystery is certified allergy-free of the following ingredients. No swearing, no gore, no graphic scenes, and absolutely no cliffhangers. Warning, may contain traces of danger and good humor. So, this one, I assume, will be funny, nothing gross, just like a cute little kind of funny mystery to solve in this little hometown so that she can help her sister and herself, really, to have normal lives and move on, I guess. So we shall see if she is able to figure out who the person is that put the peanut in the allergy-free cupcake. So, those are the 5 books that I have chosen off my Kindle. I'm super excited to get those 5 off. I know I have a lot more to get off after that, but I think this month, getting those 5, it'll kind of get me back in the groove where I pick up, a physical copy off my shelf here and there, and then maybe 1 or 2 throughout the month on my Kindle, because sometimes I just forget about it. Because when you look at a bookshelf and it has all these pretty spines, you just want to pick one of those and move on. With a Kindle, it's a little bit harder because, they're in black and white. Or at least mine is, because I have I don't even know what edition I have, but it's the paper, not paper white, nope, the one under that one. And I love it because it doesn't have the whole backlight making my eyes hurt. As you can see, I do have my blue light glasses because I was doing some editing on a beta read that I'm doing. So a couple hours doing that makes your eyes hurt. So that's why those are up there. So yeah, hopefully I have a good reading month and I can get all 5 of these read without having any not completed. That is my goal, and we shall see. Because I think I'm going to do some type of reward or punishment next month for myself, just to keep me accountable. Why not? So, have you read any of these books? If you did you like them? Did you not? Let me know down in the comments below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.